Today on the Messy Garage, we're going to talk about something that's on sale. Hi, and welcome back to the Messy Garage, where things are still super messy. It's been a super complicated world, and I'm just working through it. But I saw on a couple places online that the Icon uh, little puck light, whatever it's called, is on sale for ITC members. That's the club benefit, I guess, you get with Harbor Freight to get some discounts. I've been a member before. Mine actually just expired. I'm a little on the fence about whether or not it's worth it, but today you go into Harbor Freight, you can save 20 bucks on something like this, which is a pretty good chunk of that benefit, of that membership cost, I should say. So this is part number 59170. Normally it's $55, and like I said, it's I think I said it's $35 on sale right now for ITC members. And just wanted to give a quick kind of rundown of it. And I've had it for a while. You can see I've been on a fair bit. It's a 2100 lumen light at high. It also will do 1000 and 280 lumens on low. So high, it's only good for 3 hours. That's 2100 lumens for 3 hours. And that's on the 5200 milliamp hour battery. On 280, it's good for 12. And I would tell you, I kind of run it in the middle at 1000. I'm not sure I've seen a spec for it, but I would guess you'd get 6 or 7 hours, probably pretty close to that. Let's call it 6 maybe on the 1000 hours. And that's most of the time I use it, because 1200 or 2100, I should say, is a lot. I'm not sure it's going to come through very well. It's high. Oh, wait, let's start that again. So that's low. That's 280. Which ain't bad. That's 1000, which is, like I said, sort of how I use it normally. And then 2100. If I was lighting up an engine bay, that'd be probably what I'd use. But a lot of times I've had this, like when I'm doing brakes or suspension stuff, it's in a wheel well where 1000 is plenty. And I have used the 280 before. This thing has an IP65 rating, and what that means is that's for dust and ingress protection of water. So 6 is the highest rating, so no ingress of dust. 5 is kind of in the middle, and that's basically protected from water jets from any direction. I would call that low level water, not high pressure. Once you get up to 9, that's the highest, and that's powerful close range jets. 6 would be powerful. So call it water spray protected, which is all that's going on in my garage at the worst. So anyway, it does charge via USB-C, and I'm actually going to do a real-time thing here. So there's the USB-C port under this cover, which is part of what the ingress protection is, how it's achieved. And that USB-A port is not for charging. It is for charging, or not for charging the light. It's for charging a device if you want. So this is my phone, like 30-watt phone charger. Oh, I gotta get some power to this. Hold on one sec. And we're back. So the question is, what is it powered from? So that is a USB-C port, so that's really the shape of the plug. Now I've taken my laptop adapter here, which is USB-C, and it does not charge from that. That's just showing the battery status because I just turned it on. It also does not seem to charge from my 30-watt phone charger. So the only thing that's working for me here is my standard kind of lower watt, I'm not sure what it is, phone charger here. So it's just a a USB-A to USB-C here in the wall. So not as versatile charging as I'd hope, but I do appreciate the USB-C plug because I'm trying to convert everything over to USB-C shape, if not, unfortunately, apparently the full size. But oh well. So that's kind of the story on charging USB shape plug, but you really can't have a high voltage or high wattage, I should say, AC adapter to charge it. I'm not sure where the limits of that are. Let's see what else. The magnet on the bottom here is really strong. It has a lot of grip. I mean, it's very positive. Like you can see how much I'm kind of to pull to get that off. So, but I will note with a little displeasure, that it's this soft, non-marring, whatever cover here is coming off. So I'm gonna have to go in and you put some tape or something. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. So don't scratch up if I'm putting it on anything like paint in my car or something like that. So far, not a big deal. But this magnet has been actually pretty cool. If you have the Icon Creeper, it actually has magnetic plates at the top where you can put one or two, actually, there's one on either side of your head of these things. As you roll around, it would sit underneath you like this and shine, light up as you're rolling around. So imagine your head kind of here. Pretty useful and really compact, and that's the beauty. I mean, I have other lights. I have the M12 Rover light, which is currently out driving around. So I also have this thing for under the hood, this big Milwaukee, God, I can't even fit in the frame, the giant under hood light that has the big capture thing. You stretch it across the hood. I love this thing, but it's awkward, right? So, I know Harbor Freight does have an under hood light that's based on this. It's a magnetic bar. You can put a couple or probably more. It comes with one, and you could add two, one or two more, I'm sure. And the benefit of that is kind of a guaranteed spot to put it, but I have used this under the hood also and just stuck it to the hood, and had it shining down. So, it really does put out really great light, even at that low, but at high, I mean, you really are putting out quite a bit. So anyway, so that's just a quick thought, or my experiences with the Icon light. It's been banged up and dropped a couple times. The case doesn't seem to care. It's still a nice tight adjustment. There's kind of notches, positive stops every few degrees for the light. So that hasn't been bothered by the drops. Hasn't been bothered by any of the dust I put it through. You can see my hands are getting dirty just from handling it because it's been doing suspension stuff. And the power ports are protected from all that by this cover, which is how it achieves that IP6 part of the rating. So anyway, for 35 bucks, I think this thing is great. It lasts a long time. I did have one time where I forgot I'd left it on and went to lunch and came back a couple hours later in my garage, and it's still shining under the wheel well. So, but it still lasted with me for another 3 hours, I think, under the hood. So it was fine. That's why I say I think 6 is probably easy on that 1,000 unit or 1,000 lumen setting. But anyway, if you're thinking about it, I think it's great. The equivalent from Snap-on. Not that I really think, those things compete. It's really where you're buying it more than the things themselves. Is like $193, I think. It's a lot, so even at 55, this is a pretty good deal, although I would definitely coupon it if you can. Like a lot of stuff, I think the list price is a little high knowing there'll be coupons applied to it, but I think even at the list price, it competes pretty well, both functionally. The Snap-on, I think, is 2,000 lumens and only has one other step down as opposed to two, yada yada. So that's a quick look at the Icon puck light, and currently on sale for $35 for Inside Track members and $55 a list. Stay messy.